direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly, highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'm going to be talking about the difference between saints and ancestors in African spirituality, so that we can be clear about what these words means and connotes in the minds of many people. And it's going to be an interesting topic. But before then, let's pour our customary libation. So please, if you are had there today, you have your whiskey, your rum, anything you are drinking, wine, liquor, cognac, akpeteshi, sapele water, gogoro, lemonade, moonshine. You can just bring it out now, and let's call some names. Let's talk to the deities. Today I'll be using this wine. This is a special wine, made in Nigeria wine. Okay, so please get something else. Let's do something. Let's charge the atmosphere. If nothing else, let's just flow together. Okay, so today is a bit late. I have been really busy doing some new projects, and things have been taking a life of their own. So we'll just try to be doing whatever we are doing, and everything we go for together. So are you ready? I'll be calling upon a shoe. Open out the way. Great one, most wisest one. We ask you to come down today, and we give you this drink. We ask you for your presence here to grace this section, to give us the understanding, overstanding, grandstanding, understanding of whatever we are going to be talking today. Give us wisdom and give us the ability to always make the right decision in everything we do and in every space of our life. We call upon Oshun, Mother of Divinity, Mother of Love, Mother of Life, Mother of Procreation, Sensuality, Creativity, Inspiration. And we ask for your presence here, we ask for your guidance here, we ask for your love to be with us and help us with whatever we are going to be doing today. We call upon segments. We ask for your flame, for your passion, for your spirit to be with us today. We call upon Teuti. We ask for you to guide us, stand with us. We call upon Asa here today. We call upon Assets. We call upon Eru. We call upon Hamadiowa. We call upon Horumila. It's Ubatala. It's Heteru. It's Ohorie. It's Ejurie. It's Ofurie. It's Shango. It's Ogun. It's Osin. It's Osinye. It's Azaka. It's Aziza. It's we call upon great men worthy of emulation, great women worthy of emulation, people that have done great things. Our African ancestors we are going to be talking about today. We call their names. People like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, Michael Jackson, Nelson Mandela, Harriet Tubman, Sister Francis, Julius Nyerere, Sheikh Anta Diop, Ivan Setiman, Dr. John Eric Clark, Dr. Ben Joseph Hakaman, Fela Anikulapo Kuti, Lucky Dube, Majek Fashek, we call upon people like Thomas Sankara, people that stood to help Africa, to move Africa forward, people that stood for truth, justice, and righteousness, people that we cannot remember their names, they are too numerous to mention, people all over the world, Ramesu 1, Ramesu 2, Ashepsu, Nefertiti. We call upon these great ones, people that have passed before from all over Africa. people that have died fighting for truth, fighting for freedom, people that have died in genocide, people that died in Congo, Zambia, Namibia, Angola, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Nigeria, people that died, the transatlantic slave trade in America, Canada, in Australia. We give you this drink today. We ask that your spirit continue to rest in power. Blood of the innocent people, we ask you to speak for us. Blood of our bloodline, speak for us. Blood of Moses, speak for us. Blood of Ominigu, speak for us. Blood of Halaka, speak for us. Blood of Fruto, speak for us. We ask that you should not rest, but continue to fight and struggle for a better Africa, a better Nigeria, and a better planet. We give you this drink today. We acknowledge you. We ask to continue to stand with us and let your presence continue to be with us and point us in the right direction to complete freedom and emancipation from mental and religious economical slavery. It's Yagware. So I thank you for those of you that joined me today. It's very wonderful. This is what we need to be doing to be keeping the spirit alive and to be keeping the struggle alive. So today, this topic was requested by one of my subscribers and a very good friend. He wants to know despite the awareness in the world today, because there's a growing awareness of people knowing about redefinition of terms and things that are happening, things that they were taught in the primary school and secondary school or high school. Many things are changing. He wants to know why people are still praying to Christian saints as against African ancestors. Even in the area of African spirituality, you still go to many spiritual shops, you will see different spiritual products. They will be saying this is Saint this, Saint that, Saint Michael, Saint Bolumba, Saint, and so many saints. Most times when I go to spiritual shops, when I see names of products, there are products I would like to buy, but due to the name where they were named, I don't just buy the products. There are many products I might want to talk about here, but talking about those products due to the way it is named, it's like I am giving glory to the false god. Many of these products are so religiously named with names of Christian saints, and I cannot be talking about those kind of things here. It's like I'm giving glory or relevance to Christianity on this channel. But the people that are doing this, so they know that the product have no business with Christianity, but they're using these names to capitalize on illiterate spiritualists or illiterate people or Christians that are trying to come into African spirituality to buy these products to feel that, oh, since it's named with the name of his saints, it is a holy product. For instance, let me give you an example here. I think I have one of these kind of things here. Like you're going to see this product like this is a oil. They call Saint Michael oil or Angel Michael spiritual oil. It has no business with Angel Michael, but the name is that you see Angel eating down a demon. What you see here is like it is a kind of Christian philosophy ideology that this is promoting. And guess what? A lot of churches buy this oil now. If you come to Nigeria, and I'm shocked that when I go to walk past a lot of churches, you see them having a spiritual shop. In the front, they will be seeing this kind of products, Angel Michael, Angel Uriah, Angel Gabriel soap, Angel this. And the church members are buying it. They are buying it because they feel that since it's written by Angel, it's from a Christian source. And they should be able to use it. So once you're going to notice that a lot of Christians, I know Christianity is very popular in Nigeria, and many of them are not kind of branching into African spirituality in a way. Apparently, they have come to realize that their prayers are not actually working, or it's not actually effective as they were promised. So many of them are now branching into African spirituality. Many of them are being introduced to stuff like this through white garment churches, these so-called white garment prophetic churches we have all over Nigeria. Some call themselves Celeste, some call themselves Solobi and Safari, different kind of funny names. These are people that they wear white garment every Sunday and walk barefoot to their church. And what these people actually do is that they practice African spirituality, but they hide it under Christianity. They hide it with the Bible. But if you remove the Bible from these white garment churches, what they are practicing is full-blown African spirituality. But many of them will tell you they are Christians. They pray a lot in the churches. They dance a lot. They see a lot of mad visions, and a lot of things happen in these places. But when I've studied these people, I've worked with them, I have even attended their church before. What I saw there is mind-blowing. And I keep telling them that you people are not Christians. You're just using Bible to cover your face. You need to be honest about your practice. But many of them will not be honest. So they are just deceiving themselves, calling themselves Christians. These are the churches that we have in this kind of sense. Product scent, this scent, that scent, all kind of scent oils, trying to Christianize African spirituality, which may have positive and negative effects. Positive effects being that some African people are now trying to study or come back into African spirituality from inside Christianity. Negative effects is that they still believe that the so-called Christian God is the most powerful God in the universe, and that they still worship a white Jesus. They still pray to a white Jesus. They are still mental slaves to a white Jesus. The only thing is that they are still practicing their metaphysics of African spirituality or under the umbrella of a white Jesus. So technically, they are not completely free. They are not completely free. So these people, they're still trapped there. And this is the problem I have with most of them. Now, this brother that necessitated this topic today, he wants to know why all this is so. And what is the difference between saints and ancestors? For us to know this saint thing, let's go to Europe, the people that brought this saints ideology, that they have saints in their religion, and we should be worshiping these saints. So the first place I went to was Google, what is a saint? According to the Christians, if you type saint, meaning of definition of saint in Wikipedia, a saint is a person who is recognized as having exceptional degree of holiness, likeness, and closeness to God. So anybody that is very religious and believed to be Christian, to be Christ-like, is a saint. These are the people they canonize as saints according to their Bible. If you are very close to their God, go to church, pay your tithes or your taxes, support the church with your mind, body, and soul, clean church, sweep church, bring people to church, everything. All your life is all about the church, the service, dedication to their God. You are a saint. Okay, this is what their definition is. And I asked another question. How do you know if you are a saint, or how can I be a saint? This is what they wrote to, according to their Christian philosophy. I'm not them. They say that if you put your trust in Jesus, you are automatically a saint. So in other words, every Christian that believes in Jesus Christ is a saint. Okay? So this is what they believe. That as far as you believe in Jesus Christ, you are a saint. You are like any of the other saints. Okay? So when these people die, they can be canonized, or automatically they are saints if they are not recognized. So every so-called Tom, Dick, and Harry child of Jesus Christ and his cronies is a saint. Whether you are a mass killer, you are a promiscuous son of a bitch, you are a bloody liar, you are a bloody hypocrite, as far as you believe in their God, you are a saint. Okay? So now that we understand these saints now, what are ancestors in African spirituality? Ancestors are people that are parents or people that practice African spirituality from Africa, that represents the voice or the mouthpiece of the people that have gone before us, our forefathers, people that are worthy of emulation, that have done great things, that are people that we can look up to in society, i.e., some of the people I just mentioned their names in this libation. We can consider these people as ancestors. People like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Michael Jackson, Nelson Mandela, All these people are ancestors of African people. Okay? In African spirituality, we call people like these ancestors. In fact, we call them ascended ancestors because this ancestor something is confusing. It is not everybody in Africa that died is automatically an ancestor. If a useless, a worthless person dies in Africa, he is not an ancestor. When we use the term ancestors in Africa, we use the term to refer to those people that have passed on that create a very important, formidable legacy worthy of emulation. Not a bloody drunkard that have died, not a chronic womanizer, not a thief, okay? Not any kind of scallywag that came from Africa and died. We don't regard those people as ancestors, okay? Because they didn't contribute anything meaningful to our society. So sometimes I'm forced to use the term African ancestors and ascended ancestors. When I mean ascended, those are the people that really distinguish themselves. So as not to be confused, it's not everybody that died in Africa that we put into the realm of the ancestors. Okay, somebody that is not worthy of emulation, somebody that is a thief, a traitor to his land can never be an ancestor. In fact, we have the phenomenon of the evil forest in Africa where we bury those kind of people. Those people are not regarded as ancestors. People that commit abomination, theft, rape, incest, evil witchcraft, these people are not ancestors. When these kind of people die, they are not buried in the community because we don't want them to reincarnate back into the mainstream society. They are usually buried in places we call evil forest, where their souls will be trapped in that place so that they cannot reincarnate back into the society or the community. If you ask anybody from Africa, especially West Africa, they know about this thing I'm talking about, okay? It is a common knowledge that some people are buried in evil forests so that we want to chase them from society. We don't, and their names are never mentioned. These people are not ancestors, even though they have died before. People that confess to witchcraft of evil before they died, they are not buried in regular cemetery, and their names are not mentioned. They are orchestrated in spirits. Okay, so African ancestors are not demons. But what you find out in mainstream Christianity, if you are a Christian or you have used to be a Christian, in Christianity, when I was in the Catholic Church, what they were teaching me every day that the only thing that matters is Jesus Christ and his cronies and the Christian saints. They even give us a rosary to be praying to the saints. They give us rosary after praying to Jesus Christ. If that prayer is not enough, they will also say you will pray to his mother Mary. This is what they did in Catholic Church. Mother Mary, pray for us. This, pray for us. Not only that, they will give you names of different saints. Saint Augustus, pray for us. Saint John, pray for us. Saint Mafiaso, pray for us. All the old criminal saints, they canonize them. And what you're going to notice about these saints is that most of them are for Rome. Only very few from Africa. The ones that really betrayed their African people, they canonize them. That really enslave African for them. People like Saint Francis of Assisi and some other criminal saints. These are pedophiles and evil, malicious people and former Client Templar members, Client of Mulumba, Client Templars that are still in the Catholic Church today. These are people that really work to destroy Africa, to enslave Africa, that really did the leg work for the advancement of the Christian philosophy, to make sure it really hooked into the continent. These are the Africans that are also canonized into being saints in the African church, and they encourage their members to pray with the names of these saints. So when you're praying to the saint's name, you are actually venerating the ancestors of the Roman Catholic Church, the ancestors that they gave you, the ancestors that they created for you. They call them saints. These are the people that they want you to emulate in your present life. These are the people that they want you to copy, to follow. These are the spirits that they want to be around you all the time, to be guiding you, be guiding your every thought, every action, every deed, so that you will be like them. Okay? So what they are actually doing is that they are actually surrounding you with evil spirits, spirits of lies, spirits of wickedness, spirits of deception, traitors, scallywag, criminals, mercenaries, all sorts of this kind of evil people. People that are spoon feeding religion to Africa, people like Mother Teresa. These are the people they want you to pray to, because these people are the ancestors that are inside that religion. Okay, these are the kind of people. These are monks, priests, pedophiles. So it's not surprising when you see people in these religions exhibiting the same kind of characters that their ancestors exhibit, because these are evil people, wicked souls, wicked evil spirits. I told you that one way of identifying evil spirits is that they are spirit of lies. They call them saints. So when you Christian saints, you pray to Christian ancestors. Now these Christians will tell you that your own original native African ancestors, those ones are demons. They see those ones as their enemies. They don't want you to pray to those ones because those ones are original to you. And these are people that are connected to you by blood. Your DNA, you are carrying their DNA. When I call names of my ancestors, these are people that I am their primogeniture. I am their child. If there's any spirit that will be closer to you, that will be more interested in your development, your advancement, your prosperity in this life, your freedom, it is the people you are carrying their blood. Okay? Not somebody from Rome, not somebody from outside. These Christian saints, they are imposters. Because first of all, you are not connected to them by bloodline. You don't have any business with them. And their sole purpose here is to enslave you, to cut you off from your authentic ancestors, to cut you off from your bloodline, to cut you off from your greatness, to totally enslave you. Christianity was designed to enslave Africa, not to empower Africa. Nothing more, nothing less. So when they come like this, they give you the religion, they cut you off from your land. You become a zombie and you become helpless. Then they not tell you what to do. You start doing only the things that they tell you to do in that religion. As a result of that, they start manipulating you, and you find out that you spend your life working for them. You spend your life building the religion, promoting the religion, helping them to build their own legacy and empire, and to bring more people as workers for the prosperity of that religion. What is the benefit of this? They tell you that when you die, you will become a saint, you go to heaven, you have a mansion of gold, and you will live forever in that imaginary place. But meanwhile, they are taking all your lands. They are spreading every day. They are taking all your natural resources. They are destroying your people, destroying your language. Their aim of Christianity is to eradicate every trace of your individuality, your culture, your language, everything. The aim is to eradicate it totally until you don't exist, until nothing about you exists. Many Africans now, they are ashamed, or they have refused to name their children any traditional name. They have been made to believe in their churches that their traditional names is cursed, that their language is cursed, that if you speak their language or you will never progress because you are speaking your native language too much. That's why you don't progress in life. That because you name your children Emeka or Onome, you name your children traditional name Efe or any kind of names that is traditional, that you will not progress in life, that you need to give them names of Mindcare, God sent, salvation, praise and worship are not children's name in Africa. This is the mentality we have. You're going to see this everywhere replicating itself all over Africa, because they have been made to feel that giving traditional names means that you're connecting your children to your ancestors, which is very good. And it's a way of honoring your ancestors too, honoring your language, your lineage, your tradition, which they don't want you to do. But rather, they want you to honor their own lineage by giving the names of their own saints to your children. So you see a lot of people with bears, Mindcare, Israel, even Jerusalem. Any name from the Bible is okay. As far as it's from the Bible, it's okay, but from your village, it's not okay. This is what we are having today. This is as a result of the massive brainwashing of the African race with religion, blindsiding religion. And they find out that a lot of African people have been raised this way. When they have not seen their ancestors as evil, they can no longer connect to their native spirituality. And so they are helpless. As a result of this now, they not pray against their ancestors. They not take it upon themselves to be now insulting their ancestors daily. Every morning in their prayer, they insult their ancestors. They insult all the spirit of their lineage. They cast and bind the spirit in their village. They cast and bind every spirit in their house, every authentic individual spirits in their family. They cast and bind them every day. They see them as evil. Then they give all praises to the spirits of the ones that are actually enslaving them. So you see now, these people are now the architect of their own destruction. You don't need any gun. You don't need any chains for this kind of people. So this is the way the average Africans behave today. They don't need to be enslaved anymore physically. They do the enslavement themselves. And they also prepare their children to also enslave themselves quite naturally with this kind of mentality by passing on this orientation to the children that the ancestors are demons. Good people in the village are home winches. If you go into the village, they will go to poison you. You will die untimely death. You will not have money. You go to the village, you still see people prospering there. So this is the mentality we have in Nigeria, we have in Africa. When you mention the word ancestors, when I mention ancestors to most of these Christians, what they view in their mind is you're talking about demons, African demons, right? No, I'm not talking about demons. I'm talking about the real spirits that are authentic to Africa. When I talk about the ancestors, I talk about people worthy of emulation. That's why you see I've been doing these libations now, so that a lot of people, their mind is going to change. Even me, when I used to be a Christian, when you mention ancestors, they are translated to demons in my mind without me even thinking. This is what Christianity have done to the mind of people. So in the mind of a Christian now, somebody like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King is a demon because they don't believe in Jesus Christ, because they don't go to church, they are not associated with Christianity. And so when these people die, it doesn't matter what they did to advance humanity, they must go to hellfire. So therefore, they are demons. This is the mentality of the average Christian. So they don't value these people. When I mention great people like Fela and Anikulapo Kuti, the average Christian will tell you Fela was a great man, but he don't see Fela going to heaven. Of course, Fela is not going to go to heaven. Fela is an ancestor. If you say the greatest musician that have come out of Africa, I will say Fela is the greatest musician. Okay? What is he going to heaven to do? I always call his name in my libation because he's worthy of emulation and he did a great work of awakening. And his music and his legacy is still awakening more and more people every day. So this kind of person is the kind of people we refer to as ancestors, not any useless son of a bitch that have died. Okay? That's why I keep repeating these names. You will see me talking about people like Dr. John Eric Clark, Dr. Ben Yosef Hackerman, Dr. Ivan Satima, Inoko Rashidi, Harriet Tubman. When you check the life of these people, these are the people we call ancestors, and they are not demons. Okay? They are not demons. These are the people that really used their life to fight for the emancipation of Africa. It is because of the work of most of these people, many of us are here today. Because of the work and what they did. When you check the life and times of Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, it's not because of the freedom most black people are enjoying today. Civil rights movements. Is it not because of these people? How are they evil? And guess what? They don't even teach about these people in Africa. You have to learn about them outside the school. People that we teach about is people like Mungo Park in Nigeria. They said Mungo Park can discover the river Niger. A river that have already been in existence for hundreds of thousands of years before Mungo Park was born. How can it discover a river that is already in existence before it was born? This is the kind of things they teach in Africa. They teach you, they want you to adore, to venerate their criminal ancestors. Till today, they still teach about Mungo Park in our curriculum in Nigeria. They teach it to children that Mungo Park was a great man. He discovered a river that was already in existence. Does it make sense? This man is a liar, one of the biggest liars in the history of Nigeria, that we should not even mention his name, but it is in our curriculum. You hear about Mungo Park, Mary Selenso, they say stop killing of, which killing of twins? She was the one that actually started the killing of twins in Calabar. When the white people came to Calabar, they saw that the Africans, they were venerating twins in human form. Anytime the child, twins is born, they make them an automatic deity because they see the twins as representing balance. So they see that without we stopping this, we cannot push Christianity to them. So the missionaries lied to the natives that twins are evil, they are demonic, they are responsible for the evils in the land. So the people started killing the twins because they were deceived by the missionaries. It was not the other way around. Okay? It was the missionaries that lied to the people in Calabar that the twins were evil. They were not evil because they want to push Christianity to these people. This is what Christianity have been doing. When they come to a place, they see you venerating your native indigenous ancestors, they will say that your ancestors are evil and demonic. They will find any lie for you to destroy it so that they can be able to prevail. This mentality is what I've translated today. When they see somebody doing libation, they see you as an evil person. But they go to their church to do the same thing. Which one is evil? Which one is true? In their church, they do libations every day. The Eucharist they're doing in the Catholic Church, is it not libation? Drinking body and blood of which is much more fetish. How can you be going to church to be symbolically drinking somebody's blood and eating his flesh? For me, that is cannibalistic. You're using wine and bread to represent the body and blood of Christ. Why would I want to do that? It sounds like witchcraft to me. And this is the Holy Eucharist for them. We don't eat people's body and drink people's blood in African spirituality. Okay? We don't do that. Our libation is different. You see me doing libation here. Pouring wine or gin to ancestors to remember them, giving them life. Nothing more, nothing less. It's as simple as this. But they don't want you to do this simple thing. Because they don't want you to remember your ancestors. They don't want you to connect to your original. They don't want you to be surrounded by positive spirits. They don't want you to continue the work of your legacy. They don't want you to struggle. They don't want you to fight for freedom. They want you to be a zombie, a moron. This is their dream for you. And they say that they are your best friends. No, Christianity is like Shoki to Africa. They are not your best friends. They are here to kill you, to cut you off from everything meaningful. And then at the end of the day, they will eradicate you. This is why they call our ancestors demons and their saints angels. So they would rather want you praying to these evil spirits that have died working for them than for you praying to the spirits that have died fighting for you. As an African, which is more possible? Which is the common sense thing to do? I leave that answer to you, okay? This is why a lot of Africans are suffering today. When you come to a place like Nigeria, many people have been made to be spiritually and mentally lazy, that they can't think for themselves, that they are incapable of thinking. They just believe in the religion. The religion would rather want you to believe than acting by taking your destiny into your own hands, because they want you to be mentally lazy. When you are lazy, when you believe is not knowledge. Belief is simply acknowledging that you have lost or you have refused to use your brain to think. This is what I told a Christian yesterday. She said I was insulting her. I just described that. This is how Christians in Nigeria is. That's why I advise people, if you are an African spiritualist, never make a Christian your best friend. Never make a Christian very cool, because they will sell you at the slightest moment. They will set you up and they will do everything to break you down. So you have to be careful with these people. Their thinking is not normal. When somebody is spiritually lazy, he cannot process, he cannot do anything that will help himself. That person is a danger. That person believes that if he brings you into Christianity, he will go to heaven. Or if he betrays you, nothing will happen to him because he's doing the work of their God. This is how Christians behave in Nigeria. They are most wicked and most evil, vilest creatures you're going to find in the country today. It's not even our politicians, it's the pastors, African pastors. These are the most, because these are the people that are currently doing the leg work of white supremacy enslaving and deceiving their people and spreading darkness and ignorance in the land. These are people that we say your ancestors are demons. Your village people don't. You should give everything to them. You should cut off everything about your lineage, everything about your history, everything about your spirituality does not matter as far as you are a Christian. This is a very dangerous precedence. And this is why Africa is now turning to another slave colony. When other places are evolving, are becoming paradise on earth, you look at other countries, you look at Thailand, you look at Japan, China, they are transforming to next level of civilization. You still see Africa becoming more and more a slave colony. It is because of this kind of mentality. People have been made to hate themselves, to suffer from serious self-hatred, but at the mention of the word ancestors, they shrink. They don't even, this is the situation we have now with many Christians and so-called many people. That's why these people are a danger to themselves, not only a danger to yourself, but a danger to humanity and danger to the continent. For we to be able to solve this problem, there need to be a serious re-education, serious realignment of the values. We need to restart. If you are a person that you are in the position of power, or maybe later you need to start preparing the next generation. Many things need to change. Our educational curriculum and this our religious belief is a very destructive thing, because it brings tremendous amount of self-hate in the life of the individual, that the individuals today, the Christians I see today, so many times I feel shocked and depressed with these people that just dress up. You think they are people, they are just caricatures. Nothing is inside them. Nothing mentally, spiritually, they are dead. They are not even sleeping, they are dead. This is the new generation Christian today. And funny, this person will claim to be educated. If you go, you see anybody that goes to a Western university, even a university in Africa, and is still a Christian, that person is mentally and spiritually dead. For sure. There's no argument about that, because you learned nothing. Religion, education is about bringing forth your talent into this world. It's not about regurgitating what somebody have told you. If you cannot be able to learn anything for yourself, create anything from yourself, invent anything by yourself, you have not been properly educated. Okay? You are not being properly educated. You are just educated illiterates. Let me put it that way. We have lots of them running around with degrees, claiming they went to university. That's why I see many of them suffering in Nigeria. Even with their university degrees, many of them are doing menial jobs. You will see them drive. You are educated. You say you are really, if you are really educated, you driving keke and doing some sort of menial jobs. Some things when I know go fit talk, mention for here. Somebody that is supposed to be working in a very high place will go and be doing phone repairer work. You're not properly educated. That's why you're doing all these menial jobs. If you are properly educated, you're not going to do some kind of things where you do. Many educated girls are now nail technicians. You know, so you won't do nail technician since now you go to waste 4 years and 5 years for university. You know that you want to bake cake, you want to be a baker, you want to start weaving hair, then you go and waste 5 years in the university reading one useless course. Why didn't you start doing this? Because you were not properly educated there. So many things are happening that we cannot just talk. So the main thing is that African ancestors, they are not demons. They are the so-called saints and angels of the African people who we should naturally be praying to. So those are the people that I venerate. I call their names. I give them this drink. It increased my connection to my African roots, heritage. I am carrying on the legacy. I am emulating them, continuing what they have stopped. And I'm also doing the work by me talking about the great works they have done, talking the truth about them. I am actually continuing their legacy, exposing the lies of the false religion and the false lights. These are the real demons in the society. Okay? This Christianity, Islam, these foreign religions, they are the devils that you are looking for in that your Bible. Okay? You're not going to find it in your village. You're not going to find it in the bush. You're not going to find it in any dark place. It's right here in front of you, and you are worshiping the devil, and you don't know. This is because you were not properly educated. Okay? So these are what are the things I want to bring to light today. to give ourselves a sense of understanding. I hope that some of these people that are watching this channel, they are going to get it, that the African ancestors, they are not demons, and they are people that are worthy of emulation, people that have done great things, people like uh, Malcolm X, for instance, a very good example. Thomas Sankara, a very good example. Okay, we have them in every country. People that have done great things. Not any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Those are the people we refer to as ancestors. These are the people that intercede between what's living and the spirit world. These are the people we should follow their footsteps. These are the people we should emulate. In every society, they have them in your village, no matter where you are in Africa, in Europe. You will see seeing unique, powerful African ancestors you can connect to. You can be calling their names, giving them libation, asking them to help you intercede in the spirit world. And of course, they will do that. And you have nothing to lose. So what you need to do now is to be cutting off all these Christian saints. If you are somebody that have been programmed with praying to saints, these saints, they are evil spirits. They are doing nothing for you. You need to cut them off from your life. Stop giving food, giving them adoration to the spirits of the enemy. You are just poisoning yourself. You are still enslaving yourself. By you calling this saint's name, bringing these lying spirits around you, they are going to interfere with your life and whatever you are doing, except you want to be like them. Okay? So if you know you don't want to be like these evil spirits, don't call their names. Don't bring them into your sphere of influence. Don't give them any attention. Don't give them, chase them away from you. And be true to yourself and connect to the original, authentic spirits that you are supposed to be connecting to. It's a way of honoring your land, honoring your legacy, fulfilling your destiny upon your planet, and doing the things that you are supposed to do. This is the only way we can move forward. This is the only way we can empower ourselves and our people and the next generation. Okay, so this is what I have for you to say today. Questions and comments are welcome. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell close to the subscribe button. And of course, my book is here. If you want to know how to properly honor your ancestors, you need to learn their ways. This book is on quantum physics and African spirituality. This book is a very powerful book that will help you to know the originality, authenticity, and to understand the origins of quantum physics. This is the physics that the world is using today to create all the modern technologies, the micro processors, the quantum computing, plasma physics. This is the foundation to plasma physics. You need to know all these things. This is part of honoring your ancestral legacy, to have knowledge of African science. African science is our heritage. Okay, it is not the white people that created it. It is not the Greeks. It is not the Romans. It is pure African ingenuity. So you need to honor your ancestors by knowing it and continue their legacy. If you cannot, if it's time is too late for you, teach it to your children, take it to the next level. Also, learning how to do spells, to do treatments in African spirituality, it will help you carry on this tradition. African people, we are not lazy. We are not helpless people. We have always been doing things by ourselves. Before the Europeans were here, in fact, we taught them everything about medicine. If you want to know how to do your ancient medicine, how to keep that legacy going forward, this book will help you. Walking in the Shadow of the Gods contain over 200 African spells and formulas. It will help you in no small way. These are the books that you will buy for your children, the next generation. It will benefit you immensely. And I am currently writing another book right now, a very powerful book that will teach you how to connect directly with African deities. So you should watch out for that book. It will be coming out before the end of the year. Then, of course, if you want to buy your herbs, your spiritual soul, spiritual ointments, I sell those items. You can go to my website, River of Knowledge. You're going to see so many products there that will help you in your spiritual journey and development. Then if you want to do your spell, your X's, packs, all 9 yards, oracle tarot readings, I do all those things. Then, of course, if you want to learn African spirituality, I teach it on this channel. I teach it in a way that is very, very easy to understand, a way that is seamless. You will learn this thing, and the spirits will be your guide. They are the ones that will initiate you directly. It is not me. A lot of people want to come into African spirituality to pollute it. They are looking for who will initiate them. They can go around calling themselves priests and start polluting the whole place. In my program, it is the spirits that will initiate you directly. When you get to a certain level, they will come to you, show themselves to you, and they will initiate you. That one, nobody can take it away from you. Okay, this is a very powerful program, and it's not expensive. It's just $600 for 6 months. You don't need to fly to Nigeria. You don't need to break the bank. You don't need to pay for any expensive initiation. You can do this from any part of the world. Normally, these scallywags, they charge people $5,000 to $10,000 to initiate you into stupidity, into enslavement. I don't do that on this place. This is a place that is designed to really teach this knowledge, to transfer it to our brothers and sisters that are in every part of the world. And yeah, we are serious doing the hard work, not showing and dressing up. African spirituality is not about dressing up. It's not about posing. Okay, it's about actually doing the work of educating, empowering, informing, and enlightening our people so that they can be free. This is what you need to know. If you are not free, you cannot transcend. You cannot be able to advance in this life. So you must be free. So this is where we talk about the real things. If you are interested in the real work, this channel will be of service to you. And if you are here to play, you will not like anything happening here. If you cannot register for the program, there's now currently more than 700 videos on this channel right now. I'm so happy to say that. You can watch this channel. You will learn so many things. Also, too, there's write-ups, daily write-ups. I post articles from different authors and memes. You're going to learn many things by reading the articles and write-ups in this channel. So you must know this is where we swim inside the river of knowledge. We drink the water, we bathe with it, we cook with it, we shark it. If you are looking for knowledge, this is the home, this is the river you need to swim with. So I invite you to come and swim with us here and learn many things and transform your life so that we can move forward. So this is what I have to say today. For those people watching me that are here on the live chat, I thank you very much. People that have been consistent, I am very, very grateful. I'm very, very delighted. Thank you for your support. And more greater things are coming. Then apart from that, I'll be seeing you in the next video as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.